All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys had a fantastic day yesterday and hope you had a fantastic morning. Right, guys. Pretty exciting day, right? FMOC meeting tomorrow. Tensions are super high. But I want to start by welcoming everyone who just joined us in the last couple of days. And thank you so much for joining us and giving me a chance to show you what we can actually do. For those of you who are new here, we are in the middle of a challenge where we started with $2,000 and took it all the way to $100,000. So far, we are up to $7,000 almost on the options account, which started with $1,000, and the futures account we started with $800, and we're all the way up to $1,500. We need some catching up to do in the futures account, and we will. But for now, let's start quickly since the market opens in 15 minutes. So let's jump into our charts and see what the market is gonna give us today. Right, gonna be super important to prep for tomorrow. Right. All right. So let's jump in here and see what we got. Gonna be super interesting. Right, folks. Of course, here we see the futures crazy hot today, right? Up 1% pre-market. That is a crazy amount. But don't get tricked by that, right? This is my layout. This is how I prefer, trading or looking at the charts. So I have the 1 day, the 1 hour, the 1 minute, and the 5 minute, and I like to look all of them at the same time. And the reason I like to do that is so I can look at the MAs, see if we're hitting some sort of major resistance, stuff like that. Gives me better entries and exits and stuff like that. So anyway, that being said, we can very quickly here look at the 1 hour chart. Let me just zoom on this one a little bit here. Let's focus on it a bit. So this is the futures 1 day. Let's jump in quickly at the futures 1 hour, right? So we have here, of course, this resistance line that we had on our chart for a while here, which is the high of last week, right? High of last week, when we had the big impulsive run, we topped up here, right? Now, it is very tempting with the market being up 1% to jump into calls. But here's the thing. Yesterday, we predicted that the market would go sideways, right? This was the expectations. We said the market would go sideways, and sideways it did, right? So again, the reason we predicted that yesterday it would happen was because we were thinking that, hey guys, like FMOC is in a couple of days. Why risk it? Why risk getting in it right now when you can just wait out the FMOC and then make an informed decision, right? Whether you will bring in money or not, right? So retail is important, but what we're looking for here is institutional money, right? Funds that are sitting on the sidelines, right? So if we do get the pivot, all of these people will be piling in huge melt up, right? So that being said, using the same logic, I don't see a reason why we break through this resistance here. This might be a trap. We're not sure yet. This again, we guess in the morning, but at the end of the day, we only trade when we get signals. So guesses are just for us, just thinking out loud, thinking what possibly can happen. But at the end of the day, we have levels that we will go into in a little bit, and we just go by the levels, right? We'll let the chart guide us here. So looking at this, we see here that it topped up here. So this could be a possible double top. Again, my expectations is that probably we keep chopping in this area here, but in the case it does not, in the case we break through, we will definitely be getting into calls, and the first target will be this trend line here. So these are the highs formed in the last couple of weeks since we started the run, right? So my expectations is that if it does go up some more here, it will just keep going up until it hits this trend line here, which is actually a decent move. So definitely jump into calls if that happens. If not, which is likely what's going to happen, is that we test this, maybe break through up a little bit here, but then fall back down and back to the 21 MA level on the one chart. That's for the futures, right? So all right, so let's see who is with us so far. Sizian says, holy crap, hope you sold your your Carvana puts. What the hell happened to Carvana? And good morning to you too, my friend. I did not sell. I had two puts, small size, but what the hell happened? They beat? These crazy bastards, did they beat? Angelique says, morning Ash, morning everyone. Great morning to you, Angelique. Good morning, Omega, my friend. Morning to everyone here who joined us today. What the hell did Carvana do? Where's Carvana? Carvana. CBA. Should be somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, I do have it on my chart. Weird. It's very exciting. The tension is palpable just watching what happens with Carvana, as I cannot find it here. I just Carvana up to what, 2%? If it's up 2%, I don't care. I'm gonna average down. I still believe it's a shit company. I don't care, even if they beat. I'm not someone who doubles down, but honestly, I don't see a path to profitability for Carvana. It's a very bad company. I really don't see how they could possibly beat. Oh, there it is under retail. All right, so Carvana 15 pursuit 12%. Oh, it's a big beat then. No, it's not a big beat. They're just up for some weird reason. Is there earnings today? Earnings 3rd of November. So that's still a couple of days away. Why is it up so much? Must be some news. All right, let's find out. Cause Uber maybe. That would make sense. Definitely could be a sympathy play. But not up this much, right? Not up 12%, right? Up 12% is way too much, I would say, for just as a sympathy. But it could be that it does have a low float, right? And does not have a lot of volume. There you go. Well, I mean, that's bad. Why is it up? There has been some upgrades, right? So now PT Carvana 60 from 95. So Cohen downgraded Carvana up to 60. But honestly, with the stock being at 13, yeah, I mean 60 PT is still like one hell of a price target. So that possibly could be why. Which is funny. Like, this is how much shit of a company it is, right? That like it is down so much that it would just go up on a downgrade. Maybe there's an upgrade. Maybe someone else upgraded it. Because again, like, I know it's a shit company, but I don't see how it will move up on a downgrade. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Pharrell says huge upgrade. JP Morgan upgraded to $20. There you go. That makes more sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So let's see. Just need some confirmation here. Uber soars nearly 13% pre-market as blah blah. So Uber beat, good for them. Online used car also jumped 12% after JP Morgan upgraded its investment stance on the firm. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense for a huge jump. So yeah, my puts are probably cremated. I'm gonna figure out today whether I wanna. Hold on, guys. Let me just log it into my account here. So I need the phone to do the two-factor confirmation thing. All right, so we're logged in. Okay, so look at this pretty line up. So in the past month, today's day 19, the trading day, 19th trading day. So for the past 30 days, we're up $5,000, 240%. Month to date, same amount. And for the past 7 days, up 78%, which is $3,600. So yay us, we're doing well. So that's always very nice. Carvana, I don't have, again, my Carvana position is not huge. I have, my cost basis in total is $195. So nothing crazy. I will see whether I want to average down though, because I still think they don't beat. I like JP Morgan, and I think they're a good investment bank. I don't know how they don't beat, right? So Cizian says Safai up, guess they beat as I expected. Yeah, you did expect that. You did mention that in the Discord yesterday. Great call, my friend. I was with you too as well. Yeah, I thought they were gonna beat. I tried buying shares this morning. I couldn't. I don't know why. But we'll definitely keep it on the watch list. But great call, Cizian. Cizian is astronaut on Discord, and he definitely did call that yesterday. He did say that in the group. So well done, my friend. So let's see here. Carvana going up all the way to 200 MA on the 1 hour chart. I don't know, but feeling says average down. But not a lot. I mean, even if I average down, again, I'm still gonna keep size very small. Like, max that I do for an earning is 5% off my account. So probably add like 1 or 2 contracts here, more puts. This would be very risky, guys, by the way. I'm just saying, right? So I could be wrong, right? Things are bullish for Carvana now, right? With the Uber beat and the upgrade and everything. Things don't look so bearish, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? So, but I don't know. My gut feeling says average down. Ash, do it. This is a shit company. Uh, they're gonna disappoint. So we'll see. All right, so 5 minutes to the open. Enough with Carvana since it's Carvana, right? And we have more important things to look at here. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that we do have an I wouldn't say major economic event, but an important economic event. We have job openings at 10 a.m. That's going to be pretty damn important, right? That's going to be very, very important. So we have the PMI at 9:45 and 10 a.m. right for the ISM and S&P. So I would not call these super important. We already got Chicago PMI yesterday. Probably more of the same. Already factored in, already priced in. So, but expect some volatility, around this time. But I think the main thing people are looking for today is the job openings, because we know almost like so you could actually argue that the most important thing that Feds are looking at right now is job openings, and not just job openings, jobs in total in the labor market, even more so than CPI, right? Because they're afraid of a price wage spiral. So because that would be disastrous. So we do remember 2 meetings ago, Jerome Powell really stressed on how important jobs are in the labor market is. So yeah, the job openings are going to be important. We get more job numbers and employment change tomorrow at 8:15, way early on in the morning before the market opens. And of course, tomorrow we have the much awaited Fed rates, right? That's gonna be pretty damn important. So this is stuff to keep in mind. So if you are in calls or if you are in puts and you're up on them, I would recommend getting out quickly in the open, because you don't know how these numbers will affect the market. I don't, right? So no need, I think Angelique is in Tesla calls. I would recommend, at least trimming if you're not gonna sell. Secure your profits. We don't know what's going to happen with these. Also, at the same time, like we said, futures here at a very pivotal level. As you can see, it's been rejecting this for a while here, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens, right? The prod can says nice name. I can talk about your levels, sure, right? So again, like we said in the beginning of the stream, what the hell is this ugly trend line doing here? So we have this trend line here. My level is very basic and very simple here, is that let's actually do it with the SPY, so you guys have something more actionable, right? So for the SPY, we have 4 levels that we check every day, every morning, right, without fail. We go to the 5-minute chart, and of course, huge gap up today here, right? And we also have we didn't fill the gap, but we covered this gap here with another gap up. Ironic and funny, but funny things aside, we have 4 major levels we look at on the 5-minute chart, which is the pre-market high, which will be right here, 390.7, the pre-market low, which will be right here at the open, 386.35, and we look at yesterday's low, which is right here at 385.4, and we look at the yesterday's high, which is the previous day's high, which is right here at 388.4. So these are the major levels I will be looking at. So basically what I would do here is, and you guys are going to see this at the open, is that I wait and see how this unfolds. My best guess, honestly, with this setup, I'm not saying this will unfold, I'm just saying this looks too good, right? Come on, we're right on top of a very major level of resistance with a very huge gap very close underneath us. I don't know, this screams to be filled. We're not only be filling this gap, we'll also be filling this gap here too. I don't know, am I crazy here, guys? This looks like a perfect bearish setup, at the very least, to fill halfway to the 50 MA here. I mean, I don't know. It looks, I'm slightly bearish given these numbers, but again, the number where I would absolutely change my stance here would be this 390.76. So 390.76, the pre-market high. If we break this and break and hold, not just break, so we need break and then consolidation a little bit above, or break and impulsive move up. We get either of those, then I'm definitely getting into calls. But if we break this level here, if we break 389.5, yeah, I don't see how puts don't pay out here. So for me, for today, we have a very tight, small range here. I'm gonna keep size very small. I'm just again, I was working very hard this past couple of weeks to increase my cash pile for tomorrow. Uh, Sorry about that. My main play is tomorrow for the FMOC. So till then, I'm just increasing cash as much as I can. So I'm gonna keep cash reserves as high as possible. That being said, guys, the market is open. We're just gonna have a quick look at VIX here because we always do that before the open as well. And looking at the VIX here, VIX is right under the 50 MA and the 21 MA, again at the same level when it first dropped here, and this seems to be some sort of new support forming here. So if it's gonna want to move anywhere bullish, is going to have to lose the 25.7 level. That's going to be very critical, right? But again, we can expect as the gap fills, the VIX to go up and fill and hit the 200 MA here on the 5 minute, right? That being said, let's quickly go back here to our SPY and see what's happening. We don't want to miss a play if we get an opportunity. So I want to see a break and hold of this level here before I get into any puts. So not just break. So I don't want to see a break, right? Because we can get a break and then we can get a bounce back. I want to break and hold. If I get a break and hold, safe entry for me for puts. I'll probably play same day SPX puts for a quick, just very quick scalp and out, right? I'm not gonna hold too much today, so I'm just gonna have this on the other screen here, and I'll be ready to take an SPX call. Of course, I'll tell you guys if I do. Look at this. It immediately went down to test the level that we're talking about. We're now about to find out, what the market is going to do. There you go. It's starting to fill. This is the beginning of the gap fill here, right? Like I said, like it's screaming bearish. It's begging bearish. But don't get tricked. Like I said, don't get tricked by this. It's going to be tested first. Always, everything, any level, any major level. And this is a major intraday level. The pre-market highs and lows and yesterday's highs and lows, a major intraday levels. So they're only relevant for that day. These love to be tested and retested first before a breakthrough. So let's see here. Looks like we're gonna go down a little bit. Still testing, still deciding. Not a very safe entry for me yet. So I'm just gonna wait out here. I'm gonna have my put ready just in case, in case we are able to, get a good entry. The 50 MA is creeping up, which is not the best position for it because it can start filling the gap and then the 50 MA probably will stop it here unless it slices through and hits 200 MA. So I'm just gonna again wait here. Yeah, see, this is why we wait, right? This is why we don't just jump onto stuff right at the open because again, tests, retests, right? The market's still deciding what to do. People on the sideline, just like me, just like everyone, waiting to see what's up. Omega saying Netflix at your 298 level. Awesome. Let's see here. Netflix is under communications. Oh, actually, bro, just right through it, 298. All right, so let's have a look at the 1 hour here. Oh, finally cleared it. Okay, finally cleared it. That is very encouraging here. My only worry with Netflix, of course, I want to see it clear this first, so I'm not gonna immediately jump on it. I want to see it getting cleared first, because it will be tested and retested as you guys are seeing. My only worry is FMOC might affect it a little bit, but if the next candle opens here above the 21 MA and the 50 MA, I'm going in for a call, right? Omega says, please post entry price. I will. I didn't get into anything yet. Duprot said, what level are we waiting for to test right now for SPY for puts? We are waiting for the pre-market low to get to break and retest, right? So right now it did break this level. We're just waiting for it to be tested and retested again. As you can see here, it keeps testing and then failing and testing again, right? So we need a clean break, right? So preferably a clean break would be this. So if you have your support right here, you want to see, again, you can see here this wick here. The wick is not good. You want to see the next candle open underneath this and fail to break through this support. So it will test it as resistance now instead of support and fail and start going down, right, to fill this big gap here. But for now, it's always better to just wait out the first few minutes, at the open. Like, no need to rush unless like you're ridiculously sure. But in all cases, I think we have like a nice big move on our hands early this morning, because if we break this level and hold above it, we'll be going all the way up to test the trend line that we spoke about, and vice versa. We break this level here, we're gonna go for a nice gap fill here. So in all cases, we might have a nice move on our hands soon. So let's see. Hopefully, it does not keep chopping around here a lot, right? So, all right. So let's have a quick look while Spy decides what it want at how the market is doing. So tech is just it's making up its losses. AMD up almost 3%. AMD was down 3%. Same for Nvidia, right? So basically, it's back to where it was again. Sort of like, you know, everything is chopping back to where it was. Tesla doing well today. Tesla was not at above 230 yesterday. 230 is a trigger for me for calls, and I really like this. I really like this for a run up all the way to 250. We've spoken about this before. Tesla is looking really good for around to 250 here. So if market conditions are good today, it probably can push it up. Apple up almost 1%, Amazon up 1%, Microsoft almost up 1%. Tech doing all overall very well. Communication doing pretty well here. Even Meta, shitty Meta, even is up 1.25%, not bad at all. Healthcare, hit or miss with some. The big ones, the important ones, Merck, Eli Lilly, Johnson Johnson. Those are slightly down, except Eli Lilly is down quite a bunch. But Pfizer, Moderna, T-Doc all doing well. Finance, neither here or there. So Upstart, Firm up handsomely. Most of the banks are doing okay. Retail doing well as well. Consumer non-durables slightly up. Aerospace mixed bag. Airlines up. Honestly, the market, even China is doing well, right? Honestly, the market looks pretty damn bullish here. Like all the components of the SPY are doing extremely well. It does seem like you know, things do want to go up. I don't know. Like we're gonna have to wait and see here. You know, of course, we can see all the stocks starting to give back, or we can see the stocks overbought, so they start cooling off a little bit, only to prepare for another leg up. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But as you guys can see here, the line that we drew, like I said, this is why I say always these levels very important. It's very important to have a look at these intraday levels every day, especially at the open. As you can see here, it's been perfectly respecting the line that we just drew right now. So again, it's a wait and see game here. You know, I'm not seeing a play as of yet. I want to see a clean break of this. So we're not getting a clean break here yet. A clean break would be an open underneath this line, a candle open underneath this line. And as long as we're not getting it, no play, at least for me, right? Everyone is welcome to do whatever they want. Okay, so, and on the other hand, a break of the 21 MA and you know, the 390.2 level. I would actually not say the 390, I would say the 390.6 level. We see this get taken out, we can be preparing ourselves for a nice run up here. So VIX slightly down, so it's going hand in hand with the market, so that's not bad actually. We're not seeing VIX diversions, and for those of you new here, we hate VIX diversions. VIX diversions usually signals a trend reversal. Out of nowhere, you just start seeing the market going on the opposite direction. So let's see, Angelique saying Netflix puts. What the hell happened to Netflix? Did it go down quite a bit? Still up a little bit here. No, I would not go for puts as of yet. If it breaks this level here, if it breaks 293.5, yeah, I would definitely go into puts. But until then, no. It's still testing this line here, testing the level that we drew yesterday. It's still testing it. It's still figuring out whether it can break through or not. So I would think, you know, it's a little bit early for puts or calls. Again, this is why I did not take the call, even though it hit our level, because like I said, always test. Always retest, always, every time. Major levels love to be tested and retested. It's just how they are, right? SPY still all over the place, you know. And again, this gives more credence to when you get an open like this. It just gives more credence to the theory and what we were expecting today. This is how yesterday we predicted that, you know, today was gonna be a chop. Yesterday was gonna be a chop day. Again, this so far at least looks like a very setting up for a very choppy day. And honestly, can you blame anyone right? FMOC meeting tomorrow. Why risk it, right? Why risk it today when all you have to do is just wait for tomorrow midday, and you're gonna have very clear direction, either up or down. Zero risk. You already know how the market is going to trend for the next few months, probably not just days. So makes absolute sense. This is why today I'm in zero rush to get into anything. If I can scalp something and get a little money out of it, cool. But if not, hey, no biggie. I'm not too worried about making any money today. I scalped an SPX call this morning and I posted it in Discord. Made $200, $250, I think. Pretty happy with that. If I end the day just making $250, which I probably actually lost on Carvana, funnily enough. So let's have a look here, see what Carvana is doing. Uh, Hey, actually not bad. Like overall, we're still up $140 on the day. I'll take that, right? Carvana is not down. At least my position is not down that much. It's only down, $60 unrealized profit. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Let me actually refresh this because it will look very bad right now if this was just like stuck here and then I refresh and it's down a lot. No, just Carvana is a very slow stock here. So I have November 11 puts, so that's why I probably was not super affected by this. But no, I'm down $60. I don't care. That's not bad, right? So screw it. I'm keeping them. It's not a big deal. $140 a day, good income. Exactly, right? See, this is Angelique, has always, like she gets it, right? Hey, I'm making $140 every day for 1 year. I'm pretty damn happy with that, right? This is a decent yearly income if I'm able to make 140 days every dollars every day. That's pretty damn good, right? So yeah, pretty damn happy with that. We're not gonna get like 2K. Yesterday we made 2K. We're not gonna make 2K every single day. That's unrealistic. This is how you lose money, right? I get in like all super excited and like, yes, let's make another 2K day. You can't force it. It's either there or it's not there. Like we can't force it, right? And so far the market is not helping us whatsoever. It's being extremely boring, right? It's just chopping around here in this area. So we're not gonna force it, right? We're not gonna force it. And an opportunity will present itself here because we're not gonna stay in this little channel here all day, right? It's gonna break one way or the other. So an opportunity will be presenting itself soon. And right now we're just positioning ourselves for that opportunity. That being said, let's have a look at other things that maybe help us better figure out what's going on. So big fat candle on the outside, pushing more the narrative. This is 1 checkpoint in the bullish column here, big candle, and it's flirting with this level here that we spoke about this morning pre-open. If it loses this level here, man, I think we finally get the push up, and yeah, this thing starts running. Joey says Nutanix potential buyout at HPE at $35. Tons of volume this week into the 11-18-30C and 12-16-32.5C. Nice catch there, Joey. And actually, this morning today, Johnson & Johnson, I believe, bought someone else as well. Big company at $385 per share. Huge buyout. I don't know. Looks like healthcare companies are using this time to, because they made a lot of money, of course, from the sickness and all this stuff. So they're probably taking the opportunity for all the extra cash to just start chopping and buying around stuff. So that's gonna be pretty damn interesting. Can you give me the buyout by HPE? Okay, so let's see HPE here. Oh, I assume Nutex was a pharma. Obviously, it's not if it's being bought by Hewlett Packard. So it's probably a tech buyout. Lots of buyouts today. Interesting. Weird. It's not moving up a lot. So $35, tons of volume. Week in the 13C. NTX is stack. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, I noticed. Like, I realized my mistake once I saw like it's HP. I was like, yeah, why the hell would HP buying a thing? It does have. You have to admit, it does have sort of a pharma name. So not really moving that much for a company that has a potential buyout. Maybe investor confidence is not that high. But hey, these things actually, if they do have a decent chance of going up, this is the time where you actually wanna take a lot of play, to be honest with you, because buyout happens, man, things run up like very quick, very hard, right? So it says, you say here $35 buyout, so that'd be another what, like around like 15%, 16% gain in the stock. Nothing to scoff at, honestly. This will be a decent one. So unusual whales even reporting at it, saying is it making some kind of move now. Whales still hoarding their calls. Open interest at 21K, 15K volume on December calls. Acquisition spec around this name. Interesting. Nice catch, Joey. Thank you for that one, man. Ready to explode. Chatter. New high day. Let's go. Waiting for CNBC to report this and give us 30 I want. Blah blah. Yeah, honestly, this does look like a nice opportunity here. Uh, let's try to get in some lotto calls on a pullback here. Definitely getting lotto calls. So it seems that the acquisition might be towards the end of the year, so around like a month, 2 months from now. So we'll get appropriate time. So let's see here. Order ticket, options, NTNX, options chain. Okay, so let's see the January, December. Let's do the December, 45 days out, right? So actually calls are pretty cheap, you know. December calls are not that expensive. Which one? What was this chain that was like super? Because you want liquidity, right? You want to be able to go out when you want. So what was it? 15K on what? 15K volume on NTX December calls. Which December calls? 20th of December, right? So 20th of December would be, I don't have it here. Oh well, so close enough. So let's see here. 30. Yeah, I could go for 30, right? 16, 12, 32. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. All right. So I'm gonna go a little bit closer to the money. I don't want to run into any liquidity issues here, but let's do 2. Yeah, we can afford to do 2. Huge spread. Whoa, huge. IV is a little bit spiked, by the way, which makes sense, but huge spread. Let's throw in a bit for 175, right? We can afford 175. Let's throw in a couple of 175s. All right, let's see if we get filled, right? So hopefully it pulls back a little bit so we can get a fill here. But till then, we placed our bid. Thank you, Joey, for the call. Definitely helpful. Finally, something a little bit fun here happening today. So back to our SPY, back to our main things here. Well, let's see what's going on here. Looks like the SPY. No, we missed it. We missed it. As expected. Like I said, guys, like it was too tempting of a bearish setup not to play out, right? And again, like I said, the problem here is the 50 EMA, and it will struggle down a little bit here, until it goes down. But the bearish setup was just like, come on, major resistance line, major weekly resistance line, and huge gap that we're very close to fill and doesn't get filled. I don't know, like way too tempting. Look at that huge red candle. We missed it. It is what it is. Like I said, a lot more opportunities will be coming up. So I'm not gonna chase this. Like it is very close to 200 MA. Risk to reward is very damn bad here. But hey, we were right? And this is what matters, right? You want to be right more than anything else. Why? Because if you're right, that means you can replicate this. You can do this again and again and again, find other plays, right? So, it's not the end of the world if you missed something here. So, yeah. But yeah, looks like we're about to fill the gap here. I can definitely see a continuation filling the rest of the gap. So we did fill the first gap. So we had this gap here from yesterday, right? So we had the gap down. That's now filled. That's over, right? So it was gap fill was here. The gap fully filled. So we have another gap from today, and this gap fills at 386.5. The problem here is that in order for this gap fill and a good risk to reward area will be a break at 200 MA, break of the 387.5 level in order for it to fill. Not very good risk to reward, because where are you going to place your stop, right? The next logical place to place your stop would be at the 50 MA, right? Or a little bit above the 50 MA, right? So we break 200 MA, we bounce back, we go and fill 200 MA. That's right here, right? 388.8. The gap fills at 386.5. I'm risking more, right, money than I can possibly make, this is not even a one-to-one risk to reward play, so I'm not interested in that, right? So I would say we kind of missed this one, but we'll wait and see, right? We'll wait and see. It could be chopping here around in this area between the 50 MA and 200 MA, so it might start chopping here a little bit, you know, for a while until it figures what it wants to do. So, all right. So we're back to our play here. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we can get a decent fill. So, looks like it was up. Oh, we got a fill. Nice. And we're up $20. Let's go. Nice, nice, nice. Looks like we got a little bit of the bottom here. So, all right. That's a nice little play here. Yeah, let's go 30s. Let's go 30s. So, yeah, I guess like once this starts making the rounds, you know, and especially with a lot of volume, and it's gonna hit some scanners, right? So once it starts hitting scanners with the volume and everything, once people started to report on it and articles are out, seeking alpha, all that nice stuff, then we can see, you know, probably continuation of the run here. So yeah, let's see what's up with that. GME yesterday was 100% play, so we caught that live. We shorted GME. That was 100% play. We made 100% on that one. I trimmed the 50% and sold the last one at 50. I know Cision also made some very nice. I think he was up like 16% on his portfolio yesterday with GME. So that was congratulations to Cision. Well done, my friend. Let's see here. Oil being up with everything else up is not a good sign. You don't want to see oil because oil screws with tech. You don't want to see oil up. It's a risk off sector. So you ideally you want to see oil red so everything can run properly, right? So, but honestly, overall, it's sort of a little bit of a mixed bag. You have healthcare slightly down, finance up, tech up. So, but again, like it looks slightly bullish. Oh damn, Apple is red. Wow, Apple lost 1% and is red. This, oh my God. What the hell, Apple? Look at this. Damn, look at this pure selling red candles here. Holy shit, guys. What the hell happened to Apple? Did news come out or something? Wow. This is crazy. No wonder the market went down. Wow. Just absolute, and the VIX turned green now, right? The VIX is turning green, and hey, we went down and tested 200 MA. This is absolutely bonkers, guys. This is crazy. So yeah, this gives more credence to the theory that we will be stuck in this range here, 390.2, and probably somewhere, you know, in here yesterday's low, which is around 385.2, max 385.5, right? So yeah, I mean, looks like our guess probably for today is right. Another choppy day. But damn, Apple, what the hell happened to Apple? Does anyone know if any news came out or something like that? That's just absolutely bonkers. A huge drop like that? Wow. That's just crazy. And keep in mind that Apple is a darling, is a market darling, right? So you have all your fund managers, everyone like holds on to Apple for good reason. We in a previous stream we're talking about this, and Apple has not missed only missed one earning in the last like 10 years or something like that, right? It's just like it's an absolute beast, right? So people selling Apple might not be a good sign for tomorrow, you know? Definitely not a good sign. You think we missed the SPY play now? Was the next level to look at? I do. I think we missed the SPY play. Risk reward here is not the best, right? So, because look at this here, right? So, like it will this is the remaining area to be filled, right? So you can scalp it. You can still scalp it. It's not the end of the world. You can still scalp it. If it breaks the 200 MA, you can scalp it all the way till here. So doable, right? And looks like VIX is shooting up a little bit. Apple not doing so well, right? So yeah, I mean, like more likely than not, we're gonna get a nice gap fill here. So yeah, but risk, I don't love the risk to reward. I'm going to skip it. So so next level for me is this. Next level is yesterday's high. Yesterday's low. That's here, 385.5. I want to see if this holds or not. If this is a chop day just like yesterday, we're gonna have this, right? So we're gonna have it going up and down, up and down. So it's gonna hit here and start chopping in this area here. And when that happens, this is called city. This is how I made 2000 yesterday. I just kept, shorting on the way, shorting when it's up, buying when it's down, shorting when it's up, buying when it's down. When it gets stuck in a range, this is a day trader's favorite trend. Volatility, people hate it, but as a day trader, as a scalper, this is your best friend. This is your buddy. This is how you make your living, right? So we'll see if we get a chop day or not, right? Because if it takes out this level, yeah, then we're going down like hard. We're going down probably all the way somewhere around here, 381, 381.5. Definitely possible, but I don't think so. I don't think we turn around that much. Things were a little bit overbought. I do want to know why Apple tanked, because this is this is gonna be pretty damn important. Apple kind of dictates what happens with the market. So Angelique says I'm an Apple puts. Is it a technical play, Angelique, or is there news out? Angelique is great with the news, so she might know something. Susan says Shopify broke through a double top, cup and handle. Ooh, Shopify. What you got in mind? What you got in mind, Shopify? What you got for us here? Let's see if we have a possible nice play here or not. And of course, my trading view is deciding to be, asshole and not load up. Okay, so I already see a cup, that's for sure. Yeah, possible cup and handle. If we see this here, so interesting because the handle forming will sort of be a bull flag, right? So we can see it run up actually. So, and it's up already 5%. Shopify, by the way, has been absolutely beasting the past few days since it beat earnings. Very well deserved, right? Excellent numbers. And oh, definitely look at this, guys. On the 1 hour, look at this wick right on the 21 MA. Yeah, I would say here definitely calls on an order if we break the 36.2 level. Again, I would say definitely calls on an order. 36.2. Now we can see a nice run up on this one, but we need the market on on our side as well, right? So let's see the 1 day if there's any MAs or anything that will come between us. No, actually looks like Shopify is making its way up on the 1 day to 200 MA to test it, which is at 46, almost 47, right? So it's trying to go up there and test 200 MA. Looks like it's on its way up there. So definitely a nice swing play. I would just be careful with the FMOC meeting tomorrow. But is it a possible play for today? The answer is yes. Oh, we're up $30 on NTX. Awesome. So yeah, I might take a Shopify play here. Not immediately, but I'm just gonna, keep an eye on it. Dude, I don't want stocks. I want options. Shop. All right, so let's load up our option chain here. See what we got. 36.14. Not interested in 36.14. I want 36.22 and up. I'm gonna go for this week expiry because I'm not gonna hold it through tomorrow. I'm not gonna hold anything probably through tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, but more likely than not, I'm not gonna do that. It's just way too risky. So the 1 day is not over bought yet, but approaching overbought. You don't wanna you wanna be careful a little bit here, right? Because it can start going down quickly. 1 hour is approaching the overbought level, but again here, like you can see, you can say this, but look at what happened here, right? It kept going. So that does happen sometime. This is sort of a major level here. I'm just gonna add a little resistance here just so I can know, right, when the time is right. So 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm starting to agree more and more with Cizian with a possible cup and handle forming here. So this could be a possible handle. So I'm gonna wait for it a little bit, right? So I'm gonna wait for a little cool off. I want to see a cool off first before I go in. Obviously, Apple just keeps going down, man. What the hell? Angelique says it's no news. It's just technicals. So that's crazy. Maybe it's job numbers. Joey says job numbers in 3 minutes. Thank you, sir, for the reminder. So let's see here. Jolts and we don't need that. It'll probably just pop up here in the home page, right? So US stocks extend gains. Good for you. So yeah, we're just gonna be ready here. It's about to be like any second now, right? In a few seconds. So we're gonna find out what happens uh with the job numbers. Harrison says, DraftKings made me some good money this week. Nice. Congratulations, my good man. Congratulations. I think we have someone also on the Discord who almost exclusively like really trades. Ouch. Look at Apple. Looks like the job numbers were pretty bad. Damn. Man, Apple is really just taking a beating today. Wow. Let's see what's going on with the SPY here. Thinking to short coin. I would wait till tomorrow, especially for coin, because coin is gonna move off. What happens with the meeting, right? So we filled our gap here and we rejected right off it. Looks like the numbers were not too good. So let's see for ourselves, because sometimes the market is stupid. Sometimes the market just reacts wrong, right? Like when it did for the GDP. So ISM October manufacturing PMI 50.2 versus 50.9. It's just like yesterday, no biggie. US job openings rose to 10.7 in September from 10.28 million. Well, that's not too good. Okay. So again, the Fed wants a strong job market. They want a strong labor market. So this is definitely not looking like a strong labor market here. So we're seeing the SPY here, obviously fill the gap. It's gonna hang out here a little bit. So the next level for it here will be right around this level. I'm gonna wait for a pullback and possibly go in for a quick scalp here. Right, so gonna have to wait for the pullback first. Nice. Okay, so it's going back to flirt with the 200 MA, and looks like I might get a. All right, so I got, or I'm getting okay, so I managed to snag this. Where is it? SPX November 1st, 380, 3850 put, right? So that's this one here. We lost, of course, a little bit of our gains on the NTX, of course, expected, down with the market, no biggie. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one here. If we do see things to turn around, then I'll cut it. If not, we're keeping it. We're happy with it. But November 1st, 380, 3850 SPX put. This is the current scalp that I'm in. Quick in, quick out. We see things turn around, getting out with a small loss. Not gonna risk it here at all today. Hopefully we get a nice scalp out of it. So let's see here. Okay. 3,000 what? 3,260. What's that? Shop broke through. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Shopify. Oh wow, that is a nice run up. That is a nice run up. But it's too extended for me, man. That's my big issue here. That is way too extended for me, right? Like I want to get in, but I'm like it looks a little bit scary here. So I'm gonna wait for a proper pullback. And again, it's still testing this level, so I'm not gonna rush with Shopify. I think Shopify eventually, goes up quite a bit. So I'm not gonna rush here on this one. I'm gonna wait for a nice entry. All right, so SPY's still chopping around here, not doing much. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Keep going down. So hopefully it hits 385.5. In that case, I would just exit my put. So that will be the ideal scenario, unless we start seeing like this really becoming good support here and it's unable to break through, in which case I am definitely out. Okay, so we're up $182, so I will try to exit right now. Let's see if I can get a fill. filled, and we're out, ladies and gentlemen. So that was almost $130, I think, trade probably. Uh, got in at $140 trade, right? So not bad, right? Just a scalp. Again, like I said, I'm not really looking to make a statement today. All I'm looking for is just scalps. I want to increase my cash pile for tomorrow. That's really the main thing I'm looking for here, right? So nice little scalp here. Hopefully some of you guys got made some money on it. Angelique says, what on SPX? It was I got basically a 3,000. I got a little put for to play this little breakthrough here. Sorry, missed it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, you missed it too. But like I said, we're gonna get more opportunities today, right? So important level here, right at the gap fill. Let's see what the SPY does, right? Let's see if it keeps going down some more. If it pull back and gives us another opportunity here for a scalp, hey, all the better, right? All the better if it gives us another opportunity for a scalp. So right. Also, by the way, guys, I think I'm going to average down my Carvana a little bit here. So just one contract, nothing big. Let's see if we get a fill or not. So yeah, if I get filled on this, that'll be an extra $70 added to my position. So no biggie. We just made 140. We can spend half of that averaging down on Carvana. I don't think anything changed, honestly. I think we still get shit earnings from Carvana because I still think it's a shit company, but we'll see. I could be wrong. We'll see. A little water here. By the way, I'm in Egypt. For those of you who don't know, right now, usually I'm in the UK, but I'm in Egypt now, and it's raining here. So, is it raining for anyone, guys? I'm sure we have a very uh, diverse. Sorry about that. We have a very diverse audience. So, is it raining for anyone? Jay says, "Thank for Shopify. Got quick 20% on puts. Nice, very well done, very well done, my friend." Of course, all thanks for Shopify originally goes to the person who astronaut Cizian. He's the one who actually let us know about it. So thank you, Cizian. Angelique says, "Lucky you. I think it's raining in Connecticut. Nice. Are you not in Connecticut now? Are you not at home?" All right. So SPY flirting with 0%. It wants to go red, and yeah, looks like it just gave up, right? So looks like it might be one of those days where we actually might have direction, right? We break this level here, guys, and yeah, it might be officially a put sort of day. Looks like the market, for good reason, is not really liking what the numbers they saw, like with the job openings. Again, this is the opposite of what the Feds want, where they very clearly said, guys, labor market is going to be critical, going to be important, and we're specifically looking make sure that we bridge the gap, and make sure that the labor market is strong. This is not what the Feds want. So definitely something to keep an eye on. I got a fill on Carvana. I moved it up to $80 just to get a fill, right? So my average now on Carvana is 91. Not bad, honestly, not bad. And on the plus side, we're just $10 away from officially hitting 7,000, which is nice. That gives us a 600% gain in 19 trading days on our account. So hey, not bad at all, right? Not bad at all for 19 days. Not bad, right? Okay, so keeping a very close eye on the SPY here. Keep in mind that at this point we are super oversold here, extremely oversold. I think it's a good idea now to start looking at higher time frames to get a more complete overview and get more complete picture. And okay, so we have at the level that we're talking about here, we have the 50 MA on the 1 hour chart, which is the next support as well. So this might hold it off here a little bit. We're not oversold on the 1 hour chart. We have decent ample roof to move. Just don't forget, we just lost 21 MA on the 1 hour chart, a very important level that we just lost here, right? So Uh, just something to keep in mind. We might go up untested, so this could be a possible play as we, cool off the 5 minute chart overall. So definitely something. And we're still far off from on the 1 day here, so we're fine. So I'm gonna go back quickly to the 5 minute chart here. VIX is up a lot. I mean, in comparison, it's 1.7. So we do have the shapings of a bearish day here, right? Which is nice. I'll take a bearish day any day over a choppy day. Direction. All I need really is direction. So this does seem to be direction. Keep in mind here that if this support here hits, this is the 50 MA on the 1 hour, so we'll probably get a bounce off it. Could be a possible scalp also, but just scalp. I wouldn't hold a call too long with all this going on here. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. So this is critical, right? We break this, then bearish day. We don't break this, we start chopping around here, right? And by a break, I mean break and hold, not just break. And Judy says I'm home. Oh, nice. Okay, so of course, as expected, we get a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of rebound because this is a major level. A and B, of course, RSI is way, 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 way too hot. Needs to cool off just a little bit here. So, much expected pump up. VIX is still kind of holding, which is interesting. SPY is not super far off from QQQ, which is another interesting point here. Let's see here. AMD lost all its gains. Nvidia lost the majority of its gains. Intel down, hurting. Tesla back to the 230 level, right? So again, like I said, this level here super important, super super important. So we're gonna have to see if it does an AMD and it just keeps again staying at this chop area. This is why I have not taken a Tesla call yet. I'm waiting for this to clear through. So I need. Right, we broke through here. Nice. I want to see this holding. I want to see some consolidation here, and then I move up. Then I'm jumping into calls for 250 for sure. Right, but till then, no thank you. Apple, holy hell. Apple, wow, 1.6. Look at this, guys. This is just someone just like, this is pure dumpage, right? This is just someone who cannot wait to get rid of his Apple. Why is Apple specifically down so much? Must be a downgrade or there's something going on with Apple. I don't think this is natural, guys. Especially with a stock like Apple. I'm sorry, this doesn't make any sense. Can be nothing. Let's see here if there's any news or anything like that. Nothing so far. Nothing we don't know about. I'm not really seeing anything. This is crazy. Workers flee China's okay. So workers flee China's biggest iPhone factory over COVID outbreak. This could possibly be it. I mean, this is possible, right? But didn't Apple close its iPhone production factory, right? I think they shut down a factory for COVID check. Yeah, okay, so it looks like this is the news. But I thought they halted production on I thought they halted the production on the factory, right? Didn't they say, because it says here iPhone factory, right? I remember they said like the iPhone 14 is not, doing so well and they're just gonna get out. So insider dumping too, maybe, definitely, right? Like this is a huge dump. But look at oh wow, almost 2% down. This is just nuts. The prod says, sorry to keep asking, but the 4 levels for SPY we should be looking at is pre-market high, pre-market low, and yesterday's high. This is correct, 100% correct, my friend. You got it exactly right. And don't be sorry for asking. This is why we do this. This is why we're here. You get to ask as much as you want, right? This is why we have the stream and we have Discord. It is for people to ask, right? So feel free to ask. Never be sorry, right? SPY, what is SPY doing? All right, SPY still flirting with the 385.5 level. This is the one we had marked out here. So for real is asking what play was that? I didn't take any play. If you're referring to the play like from 15-20 minutes ago, that was a SPY put that I scalped, but now I didn't take any play. We were just checking to see what was up with Apple, and it seems that it was a factory shutdown, so that was what's up with them. So All right. So, okay, this begs the question, right? Because of course, a factory shutting down is not something you take lightly. This will definitely affect Apple, and they don't just produce iPhones; they produce other things. But I mean, it's not like they don't have inventories or other factories, right? So the question becomes: is this really a justified drop, right? Because obviously, it's pulling the whole market down with it. So of course jobs affected, but I don't again, jobs was not a huge miss and does not have this sort of like crazy effect. It's most definitely Apple. So the question becomes: is this people freaking out too much? Because if it is, that gives us an opportunity, gives us an in here, right? It gives us an in for a rebound, because 2% is a lot. Maybe Apple call, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Apple call, right? Are we approaching SPY next level? I'm gonna check here in a second. But let's see. Yeah, so obviously rebounded here on the 150.22 line that we had. Very interesting. Uh, but honestly, yeah, I think like look, 5 minute chart, Apple super oversold, right? Like, of course, makes sense. I'm guessing it's the same thing on the 1 hour too, probably. Not oversold, sold, not oversold, right? Still has room to go down some more. Uh, look at this. Look at this. Holy hell. That is just like absolutely crazy, right? Uh, okay, 1 day. Ugh, I hate it when TradingView does that. I hate it when they run the charts like that. Yeah, Apple is at the 50-day MA. I think calls might be a good play here. 1 day, 50-day MA. I don't think we're gonna slice through this. Uh, that's just me thinking out loud. I think maybe a lot of call might be in order here. Sandeep says US 30 dropped so hard and taking the SPY with it. No, US 30 is just a CFD, so it does not affect the stock market. It is affected by the stock market, right? So, this like what will take the SPY with it is the components of the SPY. So, semis, EV, healthcare, finance, stuff like that. It reminds me Tesla charts when EM was selling. Yeah, I know. Those were not the days for me. I lost a lot of money on Tesla because of that. Like you'd see the play, it will make sense, and then it just kept going down. The market will go up, and it just kept going down. Goddamn Elon, right? So it does look like a lot of call here might be in play. Let's just for funsies, let's have a quick look here at the uh options chain just for fun. Right? Just for fun. No commitments. We're just having a look. Costs nothing to look. So options, Apple, press enter, enter. So okay. So Friday, obviously. Mm, calls. Honestly, I don't know. One can't hurt. I don't think one can hurt. I'm gonna go for one. Okay, so some commitment. So I just slapped one Apple call, right? We're gonna see whether it happens or not. My thinking on this one is the reason why I bought this is on the 1 day chart, we're right on the 50-day MA. I don't see a scenario where we just slice through the 50-day MA. It's gonna test it a little bit, right? Like it has to a little bit test it, right? So I think it just pushes up a little bit here eventually, maybe not right away, but eventually. But I'm thinking small size. I don't have super high confidence in display, so I'm thinking small size relative to my account here. So yeah, I got an add the money call, and we're gonna see. We're gonna find out what happens. My thinking is that it pumps up a little bit and pulls the market with it as well. So we're gonna have to wait and see here. SPY looking okay. So to answer the Prod's question, he was saying, are we not approaching our level? Let's find out. Uh, we are right on our level here, right? So my answer to that is that we're exactly right on the level here. Which, by the way, this consolidation above, not the best of things, does not look super bullish to me because this is sort of starting to form a bear flag here. So could be signaling another move down. We're gonna have to wait and see. Harrison says DraftKings mooning. All right, let's have a look at DraftKings. Uh, I don't trade DraftKings. I don't like DraftKings. But I'm always interested if there is an opportunity. Up 5%. Good for DraftKings. I actually don't know why it would be up. Maybe it's a sympathy with SoFi. That's a possibility. But I don't know. We did chart it because someone here was asking about it before. So we did chart and had some levels here, and look at that, guys. Apparently, it's right on our trend line here. So I would say, and it looks like it's respecting it because we're getting a wick off the trend line that we drew. So I'd be careful here. I don't see it breaking the trend line before earnings. Earnings are on November 4th, but this does seem like people are excited for earnings, to be honest. Harrison says selling my calls here though. Smart man, smart man. I agree with you. Yeah, like this is definitely a good area to start taking some profits. On the 1 hour, it is ridiculously overbought, right? Like very overbought. So actually, a small put play here might be in order if someone wants to scalp this. I can see it, going from where it currently is now to at least here or here. So 16.2 or maybe even 16.11. But yeah, possible scalp play here. So I keep an eye on it if someone is interested. But let's go back to Apple and the SPY and let's see what they hold for us here. So now too volatile. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why risk it, right? Like, it's like I don't see like it's not good to short something that's this explosively going up because the market will remain more stubborn and stupid than you can, just like keep holding to your calls. So or puts in that case. So, yeah. Let's see here. Whereas Netflix, okay, Netflix back to green. That's always nice. Apple apping up a little bit, so that's also nice here. It's holding, of course, 150 level, super psych level for Apple. Losing 150 is gonna be, it's not an easy task for Apple again. Just like Amazon, remember, and I said this like since the earnings. I'm like, guys, no matter how everything goes up, Amazon will not be breaking the 100 level. And as you can see here, it just keeps just going around this level here. 100 level, super important major level for Amazon with the shit earnings that they had. Almost impossible for them to just, like break through and keep going. So, you know, NTX call starting to go green again. That's nice. Apple call slightly down. Carvana down $60, which is not the end of the world, honestly. Back to Mr. SPY here, which seems to have gone red and green, then red again. So let's see. Okay, so this is interesting. We want to see, for bullish calls, we want to see a failure of this, right? So this is a bearish flag that's forming here. So for you guys who cannot visualize it, this is the pull and this is the flag. And the flag usually goes up for a bearish flag. Usually the flag goes up, and vice versa. Of course, if it was a bullish flag, it would be doing this, right? So if you're bullish here, you want to see a failure of this flag. So you want to see it go up too much, right? If it goes up too much here, it doesn't have to make it all the way up here, but like somewhere around this level here, and the bull flag fails, which is, since we're in calls here for Apple, this is what we want to see. And we're seeing our calls starting to perk up and come to life. NTNX doing well. Apple starting to go a little bit green here, so that's nice. That's nice. No major moves yet, obviously. Like, this is not something, to write home about. It's a small move yet, but hopefully indicative of a bigger move. Again, this holding here supports my thesis from the beginning of the day and my prediction of us having a choppy day. So expectations will be going up here, hitting the 200 MA and chopping around in this area. In which case, I'll definitely be selling calls, and I'll probably start scalping this because you don't want to be holding any options during chop. On the other hand here, if it keeps doing what it's doing now, wicking and staying in this region here, consolidating, we might be setting up for setting up a bear flag here and going down some more. So at this point, we're gonna have to see. VIX is giving up some of its gains here, right? So it went up a lot, obviously, on that drop, and it's starting to give back some gains. Failing at the 200 MA is always a very, very nice sign for us, right? So this is definitely something that we want. So this is nice. Let's see here. AMD's up 0.5%, giving back some gains. Tesla looks like it's finally reclaimed the 230 level. Or I mean, it was already claiming it, but looks like it's moving away from the 230 level, which is definitely what you want to see here. I am interested in possible Tesla calls, right? If it's able to hold the 230 level and the market is bullish today, that definitely can be a nice call here. So we'll see. The prod says, can you talk about MA, what it means, and how to use it with the levels? This is something that needs that's a video on its own, right? Because I really heavily rely on the MAs and major levels, supports, resistance, stuff like that. So in order to explain that, that's going to be a whole video on its own. But just a very quick overview is that I use the 50 MA, I use the 21 MA, and I use the 200 MA, right? And of course, the MAs act as resistance and acts as supports, okay? Just like the lines we draw here, right? So these are sort of major resistance and major supports as the MAs goes up. So 200 is I would say a lot more major, if you will. It's not grammatically right, but just like, it's the most important. I don't want to say important one because it's not the most important one, but like it's a very major MA. And then you have, of course, right below it, the 50 and then the 21 finally, right? So we use these again. These will be tested and retested. And when they break through, it's like breaking through resistance. In this case, for example, for Tesla, so you can expect it to run up. Now, the 200 MA is the average of the last 200 candles on this time frame. So obviously, if Tesla breaks through this level here, which is an important level, a major intraday level, right? The 200 MA, if it breaks through, we can expect it to go down all the way to 224. So this is how I would use the MA, right? So there's a little bit more to it than that, but this is basically what you need to know to understand what we're talking about here today, right? So hopefully that helped. Okay, so VIX actually starting to go up a little bit here. Probably gonna test the 200 MA here again. Let's see. SPY not looking so hot, right? Going back down here again. This is starting to look a lot more like a bear flag forming, right? In which case I might probably cut my Apple call and probably switch to puts in that case. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what it does here with this. But so far, no play for me. I just want to wait to see like if the flag plays out or not, because it just can keep chopping here. That this is definitely a possibility. And like I said, there is a possibility where it just keeps chopping in this area here, right? So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Another method for you guys to know if a bear flag is working or not is that from the beginning of the movement, you use your Fib retracement, right? So you use your Fibonacci tool and you start at the beginning of the move and you go all the way down to the lowest point, right? And what you're looking for here is the flag must not cross the 38.2 Fib. If the flag crosses the 38.2 Fib here, then it's no longer a flag, right? And of course, the ideal flag is one that holds the 23.6 level here, which kindly actually this one is really holding it here. So it's looking a little bit bearish here so far. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens and what it does. That being said, though, guys, I'll be ending the stream in 2 minutes. So, and of course, we'll be back on Discord where we continue off for the rest of the day, alerting stuff and discussing and talking about stuff. But we've been streaming here for almost like 2 hours now. So we'll be ending the stream in 2 minutes. So if you have anything you want to ask right now, please let me know. I can answer it quickly. And guys, if you have not liked the video, please like the video. It really does help a lot, with the algorithm. So I'll be very thankful if you guys are able to do that for me. And yeah, we'll definitely be in the Discord here. See, no one has no questions. Angelique says, see you later. I'll see you in a little bit, Angelique, as always. do have a video on your channel for MA? I'm not sure, but if not, I'm definitely doing one this week. I'm doing a lot of educational videos this week. That is 100% sure. Last question. So if we break through the 200 MA and our level, it can drop to the lowest level. Yeah, I mean, again, if you keep breaking through levels, it's just getting weaker, right? So again, we really use the idea of confluence, right, or confirmations, multiple things happening. I don't think there's enough time to properly discuss this with you here. This needs to be a proper video, and I got this question before, so I really do think it needs to be a video. I will put live examples on the video so you can see it actually happening. But I think once I'm done with the video and hopefully you watch it, I think it's gonna be a lot clearer. So I'll definitely work on that. So I'm hoping to do two videos this week. One which is a strategies, and so we're gonna focus on the MA since this has been requested, and the second one is the futures. Definitely doing a futures video, that's for sure, because everything I found out there, they miss a lot of very important points. So definitely gonna have to be we definitely need a futures video because I really struggled learning it. The process. Thanks so much. I've not found someone helping and engaging. I'll be waiting for the vids and like them. Thank you so much, kind sir. Thank you so much for honoring me by joining me here today and listening to me ramble and trade. Thank you everyone for joining me, guys. You're very awesome. And we'll be going to the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, links is down below. So I'll see you right there. Till then, thanks guys. Cheers.